The Supreme Court witnessed dramatic scenes after a petitioner appearing in person disrupted court proceedings, allegedly abused the Chief Justice of India, threw papers inside the courtroom and had to be escorted out by the security personnel. Well, the incident took place at around 11 a.m. before a partial working day bench comprising Justices K.V. Vishwanathan and Alok Aradhe. The petitioner, identified as Prabal Pratap, appeared before the bench and introduced himself as the sovereign. Referring to the judges as judicial servants, he demanded immediate action in his case and said, "Mr. Judicial Servant, I order you to order the registration of an FIR against the ACP, Lucknow, for running a syndicate in cybercrime." Taken aback by his remarks, Justice K.V. Vishwanathan asked, "You are ordering me, you are ordering us." The petitioner replied that everything was already on record and that he had nothing more to say. However, moments later, the situation escalated dramatically, and according to the reports, Prabal Pratap began verbally abusing the Chief Justice of India and suddenly threw his case papers into the air, disrupting proceedings inside the courtroom. Court security personnel immediately intervened, escorted him out of courtroom and briefly detained him in the Deputy Superintendent of Police office within the Supreme Court premises until order was restored. Despite the disruption, the bench decided not to initiate contempt proceedings or any other punitive action against the petitioner, and delivering the order, Justice Vishwanathan said, "We do not propose to take any action against him, and as far as the merits of the case are concerned, we have perused the records and find no good grounds to interfere with the impugnant order." Well, the special leave petition is dismissed. Later, while reflecting on the incident, Justice Vishwanathan observed that the petitioner appeared to be emotionally disturbed. "He is very disturbed. It's all frustration. We only have sympathies for him," the judge remarked, indicating the court's decision to respond with restraint rather than punishment. The case before the Supreme Court related to a challenge against an order that was passed by the Allahabad High Court. The petitioner had sought directions for the registration of an FIR against a police officer in Lucknow. However, the Special Chief Judicial Magistrate, Lucknow, had earlier directed that his application be treated as a private complaint instead of ordering the registration of an FIR. The petitioner challenged that decision before the Allahabad High Court, but the High Court dismissed his plea, observing that he had an effective alternative legal remedy available under the law. It also granted him the liberty to approach the appropriate forum. Unsatisfied with the High Court's decision, Prabal Pratap approached the Supreme Court by filing a special leave petition. And after examining the records, the Supreme Court found no reason to interfere with the High Court's order and dismissed the petition, effectively bringing the legal proceedings to a close. Well, the unusual courtroom episode quickly drew attention within legal circles, and after the hearing concluded, Senior Advocate P.S. Patwalia remarked that the incident highlighted the difficult nature of a judge's responsibilities, saying that on certain days the challenges of the job become even more evident. And while the courtroom witnessed an unprecedented disruption, the Supreme Court's decision to avoid contempt proceedings and instead express sympathy for the petitioner's apparent emotional distress stood out as a measured response. The incident also served as a reminder of the significance of maintaining decorum and respect inside the country's highest constitutional court. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.